Hi, my name is Mandy. I'm 27 years old and I'm a high school English teacher. Nothing even prompted this video, like a situation didn't happen, but I'm just really reflecting on my life right now since I have not been going to therapy because my medication has really been helping me. It's on me now that I don't have a therapist to prompt me to, create my own reality, to be reflective, to realize, hey, check in with yourself. What are you doing that you like right now? What are you doing that you don't like? What can you do to prevent that in the future? How can I make my life the best and happiest that it can be? What I want to talk about today is telling the truth and just honesty in general. I feel like we have lost the art of telling the truth. When I was younger and growing up, I didn't have the best home life and stuff, but I did learn a very important lesson when I was in 5th grade, and I plagiarized and I was supposed to write a poem, but instead I copied the poem and claimed it as my own from Shel Silverstein's Where the Sidewalk Ends. So of course my 5th grade teacher was like, bruh, like she obviously recognized that story being a teacher. It's so funny because I love poetry now and I wish I would have just, done the assignment the first time, but it's just really interesting to think back to that core memory because my parents raised hell about that. Like they were gonna teach me a lesson that day. And I think plagiarism goes hand in hand with being honest and telling the truth, because if you're claiming something as work that's not yours, you're lying. No matter how you want to sugarcoat it, you're lying. If you feel like one of your biggest core values is honesty, I really urge you to reflect on your own life and think about times that you lie, why you lie, and what you're lying about. Maybe you'll notice some sort of pattern. Maybe, you're in denial about something. Maybe you're trying to cover something up. What are you trying to cover up? You have some work to do there. That's where you're noticing, okay, if I'm lying, I'm angry, I don't trust them, I'm embarrassed, whatever the reason, that's for you to figure out. The reason that I believe personally in my life telling the truth is so important is because, one, I don't believe you can have a true human connection built on dishonesty. It won't last. I also, after, kind of growing up and being a kid who did lie a lot, little white lies, here and there, like stupid shit, like, oh, I sang this song at the talent show because I thought that song was cool. I didn't fucking sing at the talent show. Like, weird, right? But that's where you need to ask yourself, why are you lying? What is holding you back from being 100% genuine, being 100% yourself? I think personally, I had a lot of issues before I did, my healing journey and everything. I had a lot of problems with the way I was perceived by other people. So I would lie to make myself sound like better, or cooler, or whatever version of myself that I wanted to be. And I would lie about it. But then I feel like shit because, one, I have to keep up with the lie, right? Two, now these people have an idea of me that is not my authentic true self. And if I wanted to be that person and that was truly my authentic self, I would be doing whatever it is that I'm lying about. I wouldn't have to lie about it. So as somebody who's in their late 20s now, and if you're, in middle school, high school, college, whatever the case, I really, really want to urge you to decide, what are your core values? What values are important to you and why? And then don't be a hypocrite. Follow up. Be honest. If honesty is important to you and you expect it from other people, you have to give that. And I'm not naive. I'm not saying, go tell everybody your secrets. If you're anything like my students and you're a teenager watching this, then you're going to be like, why should I tell the truth? They don't tell me the truth, like the ops, blah, blah, blah. When I tell you, choosing the right friends is so important. And you don't think it's that deep when you're young, but you truly, truly are who you surround yourself with. You slowly become more and more alike the more you hang out. So, this being said, find people that you actually can trust before you say anything crazy. Give honesty. And if you're not getting honesty back, that's an issue, and that person probably doesn't trust you or respect you. So you either need to build the relationship closer, or that friend's out and you find somebody who you do trust, who is not going to tell all your business to everybody, or whatever the case is. It's very important to have the right friends. And it doesn't matter so much when you're in high school, but when you get to college and you're on your own and you're starting to make adult decisions, you want to be supported and around people who have the same core values as yourself. Don't get lost in the sauce. This is coming from someone who was lost. When I graduated college, I was at rock bottom. And that's when I started therapy. And the first thing I said to my therapist was, I feel like I'm at an all-time low. I don't like myself, and I don't know what to do. So these are just some of the things that I've talked about, is what I've learned from her. And it's so important to be reflective with yourself. So if a character trait that I want to work on besides honesty is being accepting, acceptance, instead of being judgmental. If you grow up in a judgmental household, it's likely that you're probably a judgmental person yourself, whether you're judging yourself or others. Being a judgmental person, that's something that I had to work on personally, and that's something that I have to continually go back to, because being aware of it isn't enough. You have to also change the behavior. So you catch yourself judging someone. Oh, I hate her shoes. Okay, you're not saying this out loud, but in your head, I hate her shoes. Why? Why do I care about what this person has on their body? And am I saying this to make myself feel better about my shoes? So that is where the work of therapy comes in. And I just really want to specify honesty in this video, because I feel like that's my number one, most important thing after, the stuff that I've been through in my life. And basically, I feel like honesty is really important, because it feels so much better to be loved for who you are than someone that you made up because you thought they would be better.